let's see here. Small launch leader Rocket Labs going public via SPAC with plans for bigger neutron rocket. Look at this guy. Peter Beck stands with one of his company's Electron rockets. Rocket Labs, the leader among companies building small rockets to launch satellites, is going public through a SPAC merger that values the company at more than $4 billion when the deal closes. The company is combining with Vector Acquisition, a special purpose acquisition company. Rocket Labs will be listed on the NASDAQ under the ticker Rocket Labs, which the deal closes, which is expecting to see the second quarter. The milestone accelerates Rocket Labs' ability to unlock full potential of space through our launching and spacecraft platforms, and catalyzes our ambitions to create a new multi-billion-dollar business vertical in space applications, Rocket Lab CEO Peter Beck said in the news release. Vector SPAC currently trades under the ticker VACQ, shares this more than 20% in pre-market trading to $10.25. Valued Rocket Labs at an enterprise valuation of $4.1 billion, with the company expecting to have about $750 million in cash after the merger is complete. I'm sure $750 million goes really fast, though, when you're building rockets, right? Cash includes up to $320 million from Vector Acquisitions, as well as $470 million PIPE round, led by Vector Capital and BlackRock.
Launching rockets is serious business.
Is it? Serial.
The market is predominantly filled by massive government contractors, as well as the $28 billion SpaceX.
SpaceX.
They all put satellites the size of school buses into orbit around the Earth. But there's a new side to this industry. Going smaller with the rockets could lead to a new, big business. Rocket Lab, a 12-year-old company based in New Zealand and California, valued at over $1 billion, wants to do just that, and launch a lot.
It had to be, launched affordably and launched frequently. Everything
He
is
looks
about
stoned.
The company's Electron rocket comes at a price tag of $5.7 million, a fraction of the $50 million or more it costs to launch a larger rocket. Rocket Lab's not trying to compete with those big rockets. It's targeting a different customer, says CEO Peter Beck, but he thinks it has the potential to revolutionize the benefits we get from satellite technologies.
Good morning, Endgame.
Electron lifts a spacecraft about the size of a refrigerator.
Or
refrigerator.
We joke, your mother-in-law in her chair.
To give you a sense of the scale,
You
Rocket
joke about
Lab's
sending my
Electron rocket
mother-in-law
is
to
about
the moon?
5
That's a little
stories
crazy.
tall.
Calm down.
That's only about a fourth the size of the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket.
What are you going to carry
Being
in that
small
motherfucker?
and cheaper opens up new opportunities.
Think of SpaceX as the giant train that goes once a month, and we're the FedEx vans that go every day. If we're launching it one a week, then everybody's lives that are watching this are significantly different.
Take, for example, the agriculture industry.
We like to think we live in a connected world, and we do in the cities, but outside the cities, we're not very connected. So, that on a global scale is a very powerful tool for, farmers and industries globally to be able to understand food yields and understand, efficiencies of food crops, but also understand shortages.
Most people, I don't think, would know that their plane flying across the ocean isn't being constantly tracked, or that cargo shipment more than a couple hundred miles offshore, right?
That's consistent across a number of industries, not just aviation. And,
What does that mean?
And marine.
Are they trying to say, nobody knows where their shit's at?
In January 2018, Electron reached orbit for the first time, putting
they're
the
like,
company
"We'll
at the
track
front of the
shit."
pack in the small rocket race. Beck
Kings and
estimates
queens,
that there
wow,
are
we
over
had king and
100
queen.
companies trying to catch up. But Rocket Lab has already completed its first commercial launch. And
The
has
McDoink?
16
Was
launches
that rocket
planned
called
for
the
2019.
McDoink? Hold on. Whoa.
Not everybody is sure this industry
What was
will
the
take
name
off.
of their rocket here?
While there's potential, the demand is still. Lab has already completed its
Donic? What the fuck is that called? What is this rocket called? The McDoink?
first commercial launch and has 16 launches planned for 2019. Not everybody
Nike
is sure
shoes
this
lost
industry
ashore.
will take off. While there's
Munich.
potential, the demand is still speculative.
I think
Small
McDoink.
launch providers
Moon
are hoping
Inc.
to hit roughly 30 launches next year, and they're probably averaging $3 million per launch. So if everything went perfectly, they would have just over 1.5% of the launch market. But you look at this, and history suggests they're going to experience delays, and there's huge development risk. And then longer-term sustainable demand, I'd say, is even more speculative, as pseudo-satellites and drones can offer similar capability to the end customer.
Remember, people were skeptical of the private space industry just a decade ago. Now there are more than 300 space companies worth tens of billions of dollars. And Beck says his company will soon be profitable.
When we complete these couple of launches by the end of this year, we'll be cash flow neutral, cash flow positive.
So when will you be able to send your satellite into space? It could be sooner than you think.
Are we sending a RandCorp satellite into space?
In Irvine, California already launched their small satellite, sending it up to orbit with Rocket Lab in November.
Wait, what?
The main payload is the 3-megapixel camera, and we will be using it to capture images of stars and planets.
These kids aren't paying for it themselves. They're funded through private and corporate sponsors, including Google and Wells Fargo. But still, pretty cool. So when will you be able to invest in Rocket Lab? The company says they want to be launching consistently before an IPO.
3 megapixels? Isn't that trash these days? Probably, but they needed like the tiniest camera they could possibly fucking, send to space, I'm sure. Weight was everything there. Thank you for watching the YouTube videos. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, comment down below, help us out with the YouTube algorithms. And we're live 5 days a week on Twitch, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. EST. Come check us out. Thanks for watching.